like you lost another one.
What up, guys? Keyshawn Hachia here, and well, this is pretty much another part to Alternate Universe, and this is pretty much what if Deku had Nero's Devil Trigger, or a mixture of the Devil Triggers from you could say Devil May Cry, or Nero's Devil Trigger if you want to be specific. Now, pretty much where we last left off, pretty much you could say Mizuku, you could say the Ashley son of. You could say Deku and Mizuku was pretty much helping Bakugo kick, you could say, some other schooler's ass. And pretty much, you could say Mizuku got pushed off and pretty much impaled in, you could say, the heart by the, you could say, rod, while Deku had to hurry up and run down there and transfer his heart to you could say, Mizuku, and give him, you could say, the DNA and also a Devil Trigger. Now, and also they started a training for the, you could say, sports. I mean, not the sports, but pretty much for the UA exam. Now, let's go with the new parts. Now, pretty much, you could say Deku and Mizuku pretty much is well, yeah, you could say heading to the UA exams, and pretty much is walking there. Yeah, pretty much walking there and talking to each other, saying, "I don't know if I can do this, brother." Which, Deku saying, well, which Mizuku is saying, "Big brother," which Deku says, "It's okay. I already trained you of your power. You already know what to do. You already know how to do this. You already know what you can do, and you know how you can do this and stuff." And which, Mizuku says, "All right, I believe in you. I believe in you. I can do this." Which Deku says yes. Now they head there, and pretty much, if I already did this, it's my fault. But pretty much as Mizuku walking, he accidentally, trip over, you could say, a rock, and about to catch himself into a rock that catches, you could say, Deku. Now, well, not Deku, but Mizuku, and this is where she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, you almost failed. I had to catch you. I didn't want you to hurt your face." Which, this is where Mizuku, gets up, and his, could say half green, half white hair, shows, and he says, "Oh, it's okay, and pretty much, he says it's okay, it's fine, and stuff." Which she's saying, "Oh," and smiling, saying, "Well, you're welcome." And he says, "Thank you," and he says, "Well, what is your name?" And she's saying, "My name is Uraka," pretty much, saying her name. In which Deku says, "Well, I'm Mizuku Midoriya, and this is my older brother, or big brother, Deku." Which Deku is saying, "Hello, how's it going?" Pretty much she gets you could say, a little blush because of his you could say hair, his blue eyes, his blue beautiful eyes, his face, and he looks like he's pretty hot, you could say. Now she's blushing at him, which Deku, which she looks at Deku, and you could say she gets even more flustered because Deku, you could say Mizuku is pretty much Rip himself. He's pretty Rip, got a couple cuts and stuff. His hair is a little bit half white, half green, and he has we're gonna say he has a cut on his nose, but he's ripped and stuff, and she's blushing harder on Mizuku. You know, he pretty much is doing a little blushing a little red, and he says, "Well, I better be going, and my brother should be going too." Which they said, "Yeah, see ya," which they head off going. Now, this is where where Rock is saying those boys was hot. Now, this is where Deku is saying, "Hey, little brother, you have a thing for her?" Which he blushes red and says, "No, I don't." Which Deku laughs and says, "It's okay, little brother. If you have a thing for her, I totally go for it. She's in your league." Which he says, "You really think?" Which Deku says, "Yeah." Now, pretty much, Deku has a cast to pretty much cover up his arm because he ain't gonna show that cool, edgy, Devil Trigger arm that has not as a blue gore, but as a red, blue, and white. No, red, blue, and you could say dark blue color to it, to its lighting. Now, that the red is on his finger, his finger. You could say claws, and you could say the white is in the middle, and the dark blue is at the end of the, you could say, color. Now, Deku is pretty much having a cast and pretty much is seeing Bakugo, which Bakugo is you could say a little bit calmer now because after what that old incident did of him getting cocky too much, he kind of stopped acting like a motherfucking Prince Vegeta head ass and cocky and shit. Dialed it down, you could say, at a 50, so he's a little bit cocky, you could say, and knows how to not be a dickhead and shit. Now, Bucko and, Bucko sees, two of them and says, "Oh, hey, guys, over here," which, they come and says, "Yo," which Deku says, "Yo," and Deku says, "Hey, Kanshan," or you could say Mizuku says, "Hey, Kanshan," which, Bucko says, "Sup, guys," and he pretty much sits in them and they pretty much are talking, and he's explaining what's about to happen in all the tests, which they says, "Okay." Now, I feel like I did this before, but if I did, my bad. But I'm going to add an extra part to it for y'all guys, okay? If I already did this. But pretty much, as the test goes, the intelligent test, I'm going to say Mizuku gets in first because he does more research and stuff, and he, studies extra hard. Because he said, if I'm not going to be strong like my older brother, I'm going to be intelligent to help him out, to know, like, how to predict situations and stuff. So his IQ is really intelligent. And plus, he has an intelligent quirk. He has you could say, IQ intelligent quirk. Because he never went to that fucking doctor. Now, he went to a different doctor, so yeah. Now, for pretty much another thing. Now, for, you could say, Deku, and not Mizuku, he pretty much, you could say, gets in second or third. Not second, because his IQ is pretty intelligent. He's really intelligent, like, because he's like a clone of, all three of them, and they all have their complex abilities, intelligence and stuff. But yeah, and plus this Deku is like clone, so he's a party person / serious person / cocky / doing dance moves at random moments, to have a party and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, pretty much he gets in second and gets in third. I said it's wrong again, but yeah, I can crucify me and I'll learn his name. But pretty much, Bakugo, he gets in some place because he's not very intelligent, but he's good in physical strength. Now, pretty much, the whole strength test, Deku gets in first, Mizuki gets in second, Bakugo gets in third, and so forth, so forth. Now, the robot thing. Now, Bakugo and Deku is pretty much, making bets with each other, saying, "I bet I can get in first," which, Deku saying, "Nah, it's definitely gonna be me." And pretty much, Mizuka saying, "Well, I don't know about y'all guys, but I'm gonna use my intelligence and definitely get first." Which, uh, Deku is, proud at his little brother of, actually having more, encouragement and pride for himself. And Baku, smiling too, saying, "Okay, let's see how you go then." Now, pretty much, okay, oh, oh, gotta get this part before I go brain dead. I don't want to die and speaking gibberish and untold languages. But pretty much, when the guy says, "Or Mark said go," they all go. Now, Deku pretty much like you could say have a little bit of a quirk, and it's called weapon summoning, where he can summon like you could say a revolver, rockets, guns. You could say what Dante uses because he has memories of Dante, so he uses the guns that Dante uses and stuff. Like Pandora, that briefcase that can destroy anything if you shine the light on it, or can transform to any gun. He also have like you could say all the devil trigger weapons, like you could say all the like devil triggers. So he has all those too. So basically, he summons a gun and he starts shooting robots left and right. And he drop kicks one of them, sending it flying to another robot. Showing it, not using his arm. Showing off his full power because he ain't like that. He ain't going to show his power unless it's really necessary. Now, pretty much, Deku is pretty much urgent a place. Now we switch to Mizuku. Mizuku, he pretty much activate his, you could say his trigger, or you could say his trigger. Now he doesn't transform 100% into a full, you could say devil trigger. He only transforms into the spirit form, you could say. And Deku doesn't have it, but he has like a full devil trigger. Now, pretty much Mizuku is pretty much like activating you could say the stand thing as a meme, his stand trigger. And he also, his arm starts to transform as you could say Deku's arm still, as Neo's arms, and he started grabbing robots, smashing them, throwing them left and right. And he also, grabs one of the robots' arms, and we're gonna say one of the robots has an electric thing, and he throws that robot body, sorry, and starts shocking multiple robots and blowing them up left and right. And he's having fun saying, "Yeah, this is awesome," and crushing stuff, which all might say, amazing. I think I want to make him as my successor. Talking about Mizuku, and he said, but his older, but his brother is much powerful. His brother is much good. He's only using, I think, is that his quirk to summon guns? Nah, maybe he has something else, which he's questioning because his only his brother must have the same thing too. Which he's saying maybe I should make him, but he's deciding which one to name as to make as successor. But he's also looking at Bakugo too, and he's thinking of but Bakugo is good. He's good with his explosion, knows how to do it at the right time. Maybe I should make him as successor. But he's thinking. Now comment down below who you want to have the one for all quirk, so I can give it to that person. So this is going to be for y'all to choose. Just put it down in the comments, and I will read y'all comments of who should have it. All right, who should be worthy to take the quirk. All right, but let's continue. Pretty much, he's pretty much using his one arm, and this is where Deku says, "I think I'm done here. After I've kicked all these robots' asses, I think I think I'm pretty much done here." This is where the Zippo robot comes in, and he's pretty much seeing it and saying, should I fight it or should I not? And he pretty much, summons you could say the hell, you could say the rebellion, pretty much, putting it on his back and walking back and forth. Should I or should I not? This is where he hears a girl, you know, asking for help, and it's all rocking. He says, "Oh, it's that girl. I guess I have no choice." And he started walking and stuff. This is where Deku, pretty much running, and you could say Mizuku. Mizuku comes in and says, "Are you alright?" And you start getting her out, and he start carrying her, picking her up while she's blushing and stuff, feeling his muscle, his chest and stuff, blushing. And she says, "Thank you." This is where you could say the server room about to crush him, and this is where Deku comes in, and he, you could say break the holding the thing, from showing his arm, and he pretty much hold the robot, and you could say he's holding it back, and he pushes away from the from them, and Mizuka says big brother, and he pretty much activates his, you could say his devil trigger. And this devil trigger is like Neo's devil trigger, that's with the long hair and with the horn, but it also has a demon mask. It shows a demon mask, and he has wings, and it's like you could say angel wings, you could say like that, but kind of like transparent angel wings, and they're red, so you could say like that. So it's like Neo's devil trigger, but his hair is long and like red and dark blue. His he wears a demon mask. You could say the only demon mask, and he also has wings, transparent wings, but it's red. Now he started flying up, and he said, "It's finished. Fuck you!" And pretty much flies down and pretty much goes to the robot and destroys it. Now he transformed back, which Uraka and Deku, or should I say, sorry, Suzuku, and pretty much like only All Might and the teacher saw the devil trigger, which they're saying, "What the hell was that?" Which All Might's saying, "Is true Quirk with power? Like true Quirk? Like what was he in that?" Which they're all trying to see what the hell and trying to see what is he and stuff. And they say if he doesn't pass, then I'm going to make sure he gets his ass in the school. He's very powerful to become a hero. Like if he turns into a villain, he can possibly destroy us heroes. They're all afraid and stuff. And they're also talking about his brother too. Like, what about his little brother? Like, they're brothers, and his little brother doesn't get in. He's definitely going to maybe turn into a villain or do something worse, or they're dangerous. Which the teachers are thinking about. If they don't pass, we need to make sure they guarantee the pass. Like we have to pull some strings and stuff. Which all my saying, trust me, they pass. And if they do fail, I believe they won't turn into villains. They might do it again. They might want to take the test next year. Which this is where the teachers say, "Alright, if you say so." Now Bucko pretty much comes in and says, "Look like y'all guys is alright." Which Bucko says, "Huh, your arm is showing." Which Deku says, "Oh yeah, I had to kind of do a boost." Which Deku says, "What is that? Like, can I do that too?" Which Deku says, "Yes, little brother, you can do that, but you got to take training and learn how to, train it. But it comes out in your own way. You could say do your own emotions and stuff when the time is right." Now, pretty much, they all head home, and they're talking to each other, saying, "I think I got him first," which, uh, you could say, Deku saying, "Nah, I think I got him first." Start dancing and stuff, while both of them start laughing and stuff. Now, the next day, they get a acceptance letter, and whoever the person who got first is pretty much Deku, because he destroyed a lot of little robots, and he destroyed his own 0.1 robot and another it was like two of them, and he destroyed a 0.1 robot himself, and plus he got a rescue. So Mizuku got in first, and Deku got in second, and Baku got in third. Which Deku saying, "Well, damn, little brother, look like you got in first." Which Mizuku says, chucks." Now, before they go to school and stuff, we're gonna say for the exam they get you could say 3 days off. You could say 3 days off before they start heading to school. Now Deku pretty much is staying. Well, Mizuka is pretty much staying home, saying, "I'm gonna stay home and study and stuff." Which Deku says, "I'm gonna head out and stuff." Now he goes out in the city, pretty much walking. This is where he sees, you could say, Toga, and she's walking, pretty much minding her business, and this Deku has a thing for crazy chicks, and you could say bad girls and stuff. And he says, "Who is that girl?" Now he started going to her and stuff, and started having a talk with her. And this is where she's smiling, saying, "Wow, nice to meet you." In which she's smiling with a creepy smile. He says, "Yeah, nice to meet you too. What's your name?" Which she's saying her name, which pretty much, Deku pretty much explaining the same, saying, my name is Deku. And they're pretty much having a talking. So he says, well, do you have some place to party? But she says, well, I do have one place. And they go to this, you could say, club where, some for teenagers where they can drink alcohol and stuff. Now, they're pretty much partying and stuff, and they're pretty much having a time. And this is where you could say, this Deku goes ballsy and leans in for a kiss. Now, Toga, she gets shocked by this little surprise, and you could say she goes back and leans in for a kiss. You could say, and pretty much, tongue kissing to know him better. You could buy that. Now, they pretty much, you could say, get a room, and, I'm not gonna go in detail because, like I said, if you want me to go in details, get into those likes now. If we get into 100 likes, I promise you, I'll go in every single Nick and Crane TikTok. I will go beyond plus ultra. I will go past beyond boundaries, and go in extra detail. I will open up the book of forbidden hentai and go down to the book for y'all guys, alright? But right now, it's not time. It's not ready, alright? I know I have no right to ask for a lot of likes, but it's time. If y'all want these extra details, I can do it for y'all guys. But we need to get to 100 likes for one of these videos, alright? But let's continue, alright? My bad. Pretty much, they did the deed, had sex, you could say. And Deku is pretty much laying there with Toga, which Toga is, smiling, happy, and pretty much laid there, sleeping. Which Deku looks at her saying, she actually looks cute. With her creepy sleep. With her creepy smile. Now, Deku pretty much wakes. Well, you could say Deku wakes up the next day. And he forgot that his arm is showing it. She pretty much is, laid there. Or pretty much beside him saying, so, what is this arm you have right there pretty much? I want to know more. Which Deku pretty much explains, well, you could say I'm not human. Or you could say I'm a clone or some sort. Which she says, a clone? Which she says, what do you mean you're a clone? Which he says, well, you could, my story is a little bit complicated, but all I can tell you is I'm not human, and this is, you could say, my double arm, you could say. Which she says, sounds cool. Which, they have a conversation while. Now, Deku pretty much, buys her, some hotel food and says, well, I'm going to be going now. I call you later? And she says, yeah, sure. While she's eating. And he says, alright. Now, he gets dressed and pretty much heads to his house. And pretty much walking into his home saying, little brother, I'm home. Which is where Mizuka comes down. Says, brother, you ready? It's time. Which he says, oh shit, yeah. Now, he's going. Now, he's pretty much heading and going. And he doesn't wear no school uniform. Because he already, sent a letter back saying, I'm not going to wear no school uniform. But I'm going to still let myself know I'm class 1A. Which the principal said, alright, it's whatever. You can still, come in. Which, he can go. Now, Mizuku wears this school uniform because he wants to. Now, they're pretty much going. And he's like, pretty much has a cast not showing his arm. And has his other hand in his pocket saying, so what do you think our classmate's going to be? Which Mizuki says, I don't know, but I hope we can get along with them. Which Deku says, alright, if you say so, little brother. Now they head in there, and they only see two people, Bakugo and Idon, you could say. It's pretty much yelling at each other, and Bakugo saying, I don't give a fuck and shit. Which, this is where Deku says, hey, Bakugo, which Bakugo puts his feet down and says, hey, Deku, what's up? Giving him, dap and stuff. Fist bump, which Mizuku gives, Bakugo fist bump too. Now they're sitting down to each other and talking to each other and stuff, and Idon pretty much says, we haven't finished talking yet, you're disrespectful. Which Deku looks at him and says, listen, I know you're a respectful guy, you look like you're a very intelligent guy, but how about stop yelling and just chill out? And how about we all just have a calm conversation and get to know each other more better? Which he said, which he sit down, start calm down, and they start to talk to each other and agree, start to agree to disagree with each other, and try to know each other better and all that. This is where the rest of the students in coming in the classroom, saying, "Oh, what's up, guys?" and stuff, and about to be loud, which Deku says, "Hey, guys, let's have a normal conversation, but not be loud, okay?" Which everybody's saying, "Okay, yeah, fine." Which Todoroki's not talking to anyone. He's just on his own shit. But Minetta's explaining himself. Doing a little pervy things. Deku laughs at it, and Mizuku feels a little weird out about it. But Deku laughs at it, and everybody else is like pretty much talking to get to know each other better. All set. This is where I forgot the girl with the acid quirk name, but pretty much she looks at Deku and she starts to blush because you could say she has a thing for bad boys and they on off dogs thing. And Deku looks at her, he gives her a wink, but she blushes hard. Now, this is where the teacher gets up and he says, "All right, class," and he pretty much says his name and stuff, which Mizuku says, "Oh, it's Razorhead, the hero," which Razor says he's surprised that someone actually knows him. She says, "Yeah." Now, this is where Razorhead said, "All right, well, everybody get their uniform ready, and get ready because we gotta test out your quirks and stuff." Which this is where you guessed it, Edon says you can't do that and stuff, and he says, "Yeah, I already explained," and does the whole speech of already spending the whole class for her. So everybody gets dressed and stuff, and get ready to. Sorry, get ready to go, and do the test. Now, when Mizuku and Deku take off their shirt, they're pretty much ripped, and all the boys are saying, "Damn, y'all ripped. Do y'all like lift up weights and stuff?" Which, Deku says, "No, we just train with each other and all that." And this is where Todoroki, well, no, this is where Mineta asks, "Well, like, what's with the arm? Why does it look like a demon arm?" Which he says, "Oh, yeah, it's my double arm." Which he started laughing, like scratching his head. Which Mineta says, "Well, cool. That's amazing. I bet you can do other things." Breathing all hard and stuff. Which pretty much Deku started laughing even harder, saying, "Yeah, stop getting nasty ideas, kid." Which which Mineta saying, "Huh, okay, I fine, I won't do it." Which it's whatever. Which is pretty much happened like that. Now, pretty much everybody, the boys start heading out, and now Deku doesn't wear a shirt because he doesn't do that tight shirt shit like that. He doesn't like he doesn't do tight tees like that. He wears like you could say shirts, but not like tight tees. So no, his shirt is he doesn't have a shirt, but Mizuku does have a shirt now. They see Mizuku, most of the stuff, and they're pretty much, seeing him rip and stuff. They're blushing at both of them because they're both ripped, including Deku. He's not afraid to show his muscles. No, some of the boys are envy of him. Not Banana. He's pretty much cheering them on, saying, "Yeah, that's our guys." Pretty much that. Now, uh, pretty much all the tests go the same. Deku and Mizuku gets in first and second in pretty much all of them. But this is where you could say the Balto or Rocky gets in first. Now, this is where Mizuku comes up to her and says, "Wow, nice job for getting in first. Look like you beat us in this one." Encouraging her and stuff, and hitting his moves on her. Which she says, "Oh, thank you." Start blushing and all that. Now Deku is smiling, saying, "Look at my little brother go." Now this is where the girl with the acid quirk comes in and says, "You did pretty good out there with all the other tests." Which Deku looks at her and he smiles and says, "Hey, thank you. I tried my best." You know, Pretty much giving her a conversation and is getting her with moves and stuff. But she's blushing hard and stuff, saying, "I can't believe he's actually talking to me." But she says, "Hey, after this, do you wanna go get some ice cream later on and hang out, have like a date?" But she says, "Yeah, sure." Which pretty much she accepts it. Now, this is where you could say Azara pretty much passes everyone. No one gets kicked out. Everybody gets passes. Now they all heading home, and Deku says, "I'm gonna go out somewhere to get some ice cream. I'll be back, okay?" Which Mizuka says, "Okay, see you." Which Uraka comes up on Mizuka and says, "Hey, would you like to walk with me? Walk me to my house?" Which Mizuka says, "Yeah, sure." Now we switch to pretty much. I forgot to go with that. I think her name is something, but Momo Chiki, Momo, I believe so. Yeah, if I get it right, if I get it wrong, y'all can crucify me. But pretty much Momo is pretty much walking with Deku, eating ice cream and stuff, and he's pretty much saying, "I saw you was looking at me. Do you have some type of crush on me, or do you think I'm hot?" Which, she's blushing and saying, "Uh, no," and he's pretty much saying, "I know you're lying, but after this ice cream, do you want to go to some place and I can show you a little bit more of my talents?" Which, she's blushing hard and saying, "Uh, sure." Now, if you're asking if they had sex and he plowed her, yes, he did. All right, he got that. All right, he plowed that. All right, he clapped her cheeks. All right, he did it. He clapped her cheeks hard. All right. Now, Deku was pretty much laying in the bed, laying with her, pretty much sleeping while she's like, you could say, laying on him. And, she's happy that she lost her virginity to a hot guy and not some ugly guy or anything. And he's just, in his, you could say, in his mindscape, and he sees three figures: Dante, Nero, and Virgil, and they're pretty much, talking to him, saying, which Virgil was saying, his goal, his goal as his son, which his mind is kind of like messing with him, saying, "You're my son, and you're supposed to, get the power. You supposed to get the power of Sparta, get strong and have power." Which Dante's saying, and you're supposed to protect the earth from demons and stuff and make sure it doesn't end. And Nero's saying, and sometimes hunt down some demons and be cool and party. Which Dante is laughing, and Virgil saying, you know, this is where Deku is not confused, but he's saying, "I understood, fathers." Pretty much. Well, one of y'all, my father, which he wakes back up and he gets stressed, and Momochiki gets stressed, and they're pretty much going. And he says, "I'll see you at school tomorrow," which she blushes and says, "Yeah." Now, this is part two. Part three of What If Deku had Nero's Devil Trigger or Mixture. Part three. If y'all like, And if you want me to go down and dirty into sex scenes, remember, 100 likes for one of the videos. But I'm Keisha Nochia. Thanks for watching, and expect a new What If Deku had the world over heaven. Part 2 or 3, okay? So, I'm Keisha Nochia. Thanks for watching, and peace out.